G'day guys, welcome back to another Scooby-Doo review on the channel. Today I'll be reviewing Never Ape and Ape Man, which is the 7th episode of Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? So let's get straight into the review. So the episode opens up, not with a normal monster scene that you'd normally think or see. It opens up as the gang talking about the film they've been invited to be on by Daphne's uncle. And it's the Ape Man of the Forbidden Mountain, and they were very, very grateful that they were able to come up and see the production, and there's like rumours that there actually is like a real Ape Man around, and then we see like this Ape Man watching the gang, and the uncle from up behind the trailer, which I thought was like quite suspicious, and then after some Shaggy and Scooby hijinks with some costumes, they cut to the shooting, which features Miss Smith, and yeah, she's like running across this bridge, and then the Ape Man appears, and it's part of the film, you know. And he's like smashing the bridge, but they think that's a little bit too far. It's supposed to be the stuntman Carl, but unfortunately, it's not. So it's actually a real Ape Man, and Scooby rushes onto the bridge and saves Miss Smith, and then like battles with the Ape Man, and then the Ape Man like falls down like this ravine, and Scooby's pretty proud that he was able to get rid of the Ape Man, and then they go through looking some of they go through and look through the stuntman Carl's it's like the caravan, and inside like Scooby spots like this Ape Man mask in one of the cupboards, and then he also finds this trunk, and he knocks on the trunk, and then he thinks it's like an echo, but someone's actually inside knocking on the trunk too, and they open it up, and inside it's the stuntman Carl, and you know, he's in like his Ape Man suit. He says that he was getting ready for the production when someone like threw him inside the trunk, and then they cut to the next day, where the gang are like discussing the mystery, and they think it's quite suspicious how an Ape Man would throw a man inside a trunk like that. He thinks it's kind of weird why this Ape Man is doing this. Then Shaggy and Scooby, like, they spot like this burger when looking for clues. It's like half eaten. It's because the Ape Man's been eating it, and Shaggy can't eat after an ape, so Scooby then decides to eat it, and then as they get ready to split up, Shaggy and Velma hear like this bird noise, saying "stick it up, what's the password?" And like Scooby takes the sheet off it, and yeah, they realise it was fake, and then someone like pushes this like fake Ape Man after Shaggy, and like he smashes into Shaggy, and it's actually just fake, it's stuffed. Then after that, the gang are looking through this library, and Fred's like reading like this paper, and Daphne's like feeling along the wall. She accidentally presses this button, and Fred falls behind the wall. Then Scooby like is like looking into like this hole that he thinks is a mirror, and he thinks he's looking at himself, but it's actually the Ape Man. Then the gang realise that Freddy's gone. Then they realise that Scooby's it's not actually a mirror image, it's actually just the Ape Man pretending to be him. Now Scooby's like barking at the Ape Man and chases him up the stairs, and then Daphne tries to flick a switch to help him, but it actually just brings Scooby back down. So they couldn't able to trap it, got away. Then Daphne presses another switch and the stairs open up and Fred appears. So the gang are quite happy about that. Fred says to follow them because he's found something pretty cool. He found this trap set up that the production would have used to capture the Ape Man in the film, and he said he can use it to capture the real Ape Man. They've just got to lure him down to the basement, so Shaggy and Scooby have to go do that. Now Daphne makes this Shaggy snack which has a whole bunch of chocolate, fish and salami and a whole bunch of stuff in it. It's just very, very interesting food combination. Anyway, Shaggy and Scooby look around and after a while they come to this room with a whole bunch of trophies on the wall. There's a moose, a rhino, a lion, and an ape man. Shaggy thinks it's a gorilla, but it's not actually an ape man. And then the ape man comes to life and takes his head away. Then right when Scooby's about to have a go at they're playing I forgot what it's called. Right when he's about to have a go, he starts counting the trophies again, but the Ape Man trophy isn't there. The Ape Man's behind Shaggy. They go, and the Ape Man chases him around, and they lead him back to the trap. The trap backfires. Velma accidentally turns off the light and captures Shaggy. And after a little while, they realise that they captured Shaggy. And they know the Ape Man's. Then after they cut it, and then after a while, they open it back up, and they say that the Ape Man's still around. He didn't have enough time to go back upstairs, so he's near the basement. Then they find a tuft of Ape Man fur on the side of this wine, this wine door. They open it up, and it goes into the whole mountain. Inside, they start to realise this is how the Ape Man has been getting around, and he's disappeared. And they open up to the off the side of the wall, and they're back to where all the movie actors caravans are. Shaggy and Scooby go looking in one that has a whole bunch of costumes. Now they're messing around with these costumes for a little while, and then in the mirror, Shaggy spots the Ape Man without his mask on and takes a photo of him, and because it's a mirror, it's going to take the mirror image, and then the Ape Man chases after them both. Shaggy runs to the gang saying, we took a photo of the Ape Man, and he's chasing us. They run up the stairs. Daphne tells Fred which button she pressed to release the steps from earlier, and Fred presses the button, and the Ape Man comes sliding back down and crashes into a whole bunch of furniture, trapping the Ape Man. They didn't have to unmask him because Shaggy prints the photo, and the photo reveals that it's the stuntman Carl, and he pretended to lock himself in the trunk to basically throw off suspicion. But yeah, he's actually did it just so he could get the main part in the movie, because he didn't have the main part. He was quite upset, and he wasn't getting paid enough according to him. That's why he was he pretending to be the Ape Man to scare everyone off. And Shaggy and then at the end of the episode, Shaggy and Scooby pretend to be each other. Scooby pretends to be the Ape Man, and Shaggy pretends to be Scooby, and they fooled the gang, and they think they should be in the movies, ending the episode off.
It's Carl, the stuntman!
Yep, Carl decided to sabotage the picture just because I wouldn't let him play the lead. What a pity.
It sure was clever of him to lock himself in that trunk yesterday.
And tell that phony story about the ape man throwing him in there.
Well, I can't thank you kids enough.
Shaggy should get most of the credit. Where is Shaggy? Oh no, not again.
Looks like Shaggy wants to try for the ape man role in the picture.
Surprise!
But there's Scooby-Doo in the other chair.
Surprise! It's the Scooby head the ape man was wearing. Now there's real talent.
We sure fooled him, Scooby. We ought to be in the movies.
Yeah. Scooby-Dooby-Doo!
So I give this episode a 7.5 out of 10. It wasn't brilliant. It's definitely not one of the better ones from the show, but I thought the Ape Man was alright. He wasn't the worst. I thought the characters were pretty good, and the setting was pretty cool as well. But yeah, apart from that, pretty average episode. But yeah, just them few things elevate the episode for me. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for some more reviews coming out next week on the channel.
Somebody left half a hamburger. Hunting clues always makes me hungry.
Wait! That's a clue!
Don't eat that clue, Shaggy.
Huh? Clue? Yeah, brew.
See those claw marks? The ape man was eating this sandwich. That's odd. Apes don't eat meat.
Maybe this ape man is more than an ape. It's okay, Shaggy. You can eat it.
What? Me eat after an ape? I can't do it. I moved it.
Okay, let's split up and search for this ape man who eats hamburgers.